What's good, YouTube? I'm Dad Vester, and I am taking a $2,000 account and trying to grow it to $10,000, and I'm currently here at 78.48. So today I want to discuss strategic investing, and basically all that is options trading the wheel in order to get into good positions that you like, and that's just basically a way of just totally straightforward with you. You know, I sell put options contracts, people buy them, and then if I'm right, I make money because I sold it to them, right? If I'm wrong, I spend a certain amount of money on 100 shares of a stock. So you can do that on any stock, Apple, Amazon, but you have to have enough money to buy 100 shares. So that premise is why I'm using all these subpar stocks, right? This one I was super right about. It jumped up. If you look at the stock and what's going on with this bank, it's they raised a lot of funds, so their stock price dropped because they cut their dividend, and they have some loans that aren't gonna, how banks work is they give people money and they're supposed to do something with that money. They gave people money like real estate, and then now people aren't renting the real estate, so those, they're not getting paid on the money that they loaned out. So anyway, that's why they had to cut their dividend, and then people sold the stock. But then recently they had a big influx of over $1 billion into the bank by this whole kind of team that they're basically rebuilding the bank. Point is, if you can find cheap stocks and research them, and without whatever your risk tolerance is, you can kind of ride that stock out. Now, I sold put options on this, and I never got assigned, but I will probably this week and then maybe next week, because I sold a couple of put options contracts. And just so you know, in case, bear with me if you know what puts are, but that's basically where you sell a contract. And basically, if I'm right, where the put contract means I sell it and I think it won't drop to $3, let's say. If I'm right, they paid me a certain amount of money, $40, let's say. I keep the $40 if I'm right, because it's a time frame. It's like on this date, if I'm right, I take the money. If I'm wrong, then they take the money by selling 100 shares to me for a certain price. So that's the idea. So it's two people in a contract. That's what options are. It's whatever you want it to be, and you sell a contract or you buy a contract. So let's look at an example. So on the bottom of that is a put option. So let's say, so you can see obviously a lot of my put options are going to get, all of them, if the price doesn't go up, are going to be executed, in which case I will buy 100 shares for $4 each. So it'll be $400, but I'll own 100 shares. And that's why puts are great, because you end up owning the stock if you're wrong. If you're right, you just take money, right? So you can keep doing these, especially if you like the stock, and I like this stock. I know a couple people don't like it. They told me to get out of this position, and I totally appreciate them. Freaking great advice, because obviously it has a lot of volatility, but I just love it. It's a dividend stock. It's a bank. They're going to have a reverse split. I don't know. I'm into it. But I'm telling you, don't necessarily do this. This is just an example. If you have enough money, do this on like Apple or something, But the reason I like higher volatility stocks is because, let's say we sell a put option for next week or the week after. See, like you can, this doesn't look that great because, whatever, but technically it's in the green, you see, because you get paid $35, right? So from here, so $4 price at expiration, minus 35 is 65. You see, so I don't lose any money if the stock price doesn't drop that much. If it stays in this range, I just make money. So the guy probably won't even execute the deal. So I'll end up winning, even though I was wrong about the exact price. So that's why I like selling puts, because it gives you this leeway. And even if you get assigned, the price might go back up, and then you'll end up having more money in the end. So anyway, that is what happened to me with another stock as well. So that's how you do a put. Now, let's say you own shares of this company. Now, I bought shares of this company myself. All right, so I own 300 shares. All right, well, if you own 100 shares, you can sell a call option. Well, a covered call is, so, obviously there's not that much money into this, but that's okay. It's kind of free money if you sell a covered call. Now, I don't have any shares available right now because I already sold all my calls for the 300 shares. But I would have shares so I could open this contract essentially for free. Now, the risk is if I'm wrong, right, so the call, when you sell a call, you're betting that the price doesn't go up, right? If you're selling a put, you're betting that the call doesn't go down. So if I'm wrong about this, I sell my shares to the other guy on the other end of this contract for $4 a piece. So I get $400 if I'm wrong, plus the $15. I hope that makes sense. But so the point is, you get paid regardless on either side. Either you own shares or you get paid money for your shares. So that's the wheel. It's called the wheel because you can go up and down, and you still make money both ways. So anyway, that is the wheel. That is what a put option is and a call option. I hope that makes sense. Obviously, if you run this on something that's higher quality, you're going to get, you're going to spend more money to open the contracts, but in the end, it's a safer investment. You know what I mean? Like theoretically, this stock, since it's such a cheap stock, $3.73, like it goes up and down. See? So you can see in the past week, it even came down here and I bought at 190. And that's why I have good prices on it, even though I bought it when it was expensive. So anyway, that's what's happening. And I hope that makes sense. Peace out.